But understand that the minute you start to eat it, you just open that all back up again. And that and somebody the other day, it was my birthday on Monday, and somebody said, "Oh, are you going to have a birthday cake?" And I said, "Well, you know, it's funny. I've worked really hard to get myself not craving sugar, so probably not. I just don't want to go down that path because I have it today, and then if I have it tomorrow, guess what? Now I've got to go 3 days of like the mouse who's like, I need more. So I just am not willing to do that." Okay, the other thing, keep going down, is that sugar puts you on an acidic environment. We talked about that a little bit earlier. Keep going, it has a couple. So the key to good health is you need to be alkaline. So I'm not sure, Rocio, do you know if we have, Beth was kind enough to bring us from Whole Foods some pH paper. And so if you don't mind getting it, and I'd love to pass it around, I really recommend that you just pull a little bit of the pH paper off and you suck on it. And let's just see right now if you're alkaline or acidic, okay? Beth and I did this yesterday, and even though both of us are very conscious, we both were like, we were really nervous about it. So, but I will pass it around and you can look. In order for yourself to be healthy, you have to be on the alkaline side. Go ahead and go to, Diane, you want to go to the next one? Keep going all the way down. So normal is 7. If you're at 6, you're 100 times more acidic than 7. It's not like 1, you're 100 times. So if you're at 5, you're 200 times. A pH let me go back. A can of soda, just so in case you want to drink any soda after this, is a 2.5. Go to the next slide. Keep going. In order for you to neutralize that can of soda, you need to drink 30 cups of water. It's crazy. So I go back to the whole, so yeah, if you want to just rip off a piece and give everybody, and then you can just rip a piece and then you'll see right there on the outside row, so they can just pass it down. But if it's dark green or blue, that's great. The lighter it is, the more acidic you are. That's the best way to look at it. Go back 1 second. So I had a scenario.
Do you want to tell them the instructions of like
Yeah, so you're supposed to get, you just kind of put a little bit of saliva in your mouth, and then you're supposed to start at the bottom, and then it kind of goes, you put it under your tongue, and then get it up into your mouth, and then you just suck on it once and pull it out. And then just wait. So I was over at a friend's house, and we were celebrating a friend's birthday, and they brought out these amazing cupcakes from Icing on the Cake in Los Gatos. Does anybody been to Icing on the Cake in Los Gatos? Okay, I love that place. So these cupcakes came out, they looked really beautiful, and I thought to myself, I did all the things that everybody would do. What's one going to do to you? Is it really going to kill you? Like, come on, you could have one. And at the time, I was working towards really curing my sugar habit. Or no, I didn't have a habit, but changing my cravings. And what I thought of was statistics like this. When you go and you drink a can of soda, maybe it tastes great. I'm not a soda lover, but it tastes great for, 5 minutes? And now you have to live the rest of your week, your day, with an acidic environment where disease can grow. I personally don't feel like that's worth it. It's just not worth it. Okay, go to the other side. So understand that there are a lot of hidden sources of sugar, and I won't go through all of these, but you got to start reading labels. Go ahead, go to the other one. And they have a lot of names. Glucose, sucrose, fructose, lactose, corn syrup. They have maltodextrin, MSG. That's all sugar and toxins. Yeah, sugar-free is even worse. I took the sugar-free slide out of here, but Splenda, you want to run from. So go ahead. And it's also what white breads, white rice, we talked about this, and white pasta, it converts to sugar in your body. Okay, go ahead. So I want to show you guys something really quick, and we're going to talk about this on the shopping day. When you start to read a label, you're going to see the total carbohydrates up here, and you're going to see the number of sugar, the sugar grams. One of the tricks that I taught my kids is that if that sugar gram is under 10, you're most likely, I'm going to tell you, yes, you can have it. And even better, so you want to keep that gram. I'm just giving you a basic. Some people that are real diehard nutritionists here might say, Well, that's still a lot, but I'm just going to give you a basic. And if your protein and sugar are really close together on a label, that's fantastic. But this label has 13 grams of sugar and 2 grams of protein. That's not good. Protein is the only thing that will slow the absorption of sugar in your body. So whenever you eat sugar, if you decide to do it, you need to have some protein with it. So when you look at a label, make sure that you are keeping those two close together. Okay? So what kind of sugar can you have? So 2 really great replacements are stevia and xylitol. So how many people had a smoothie today that we had? Okay. What, did you like it? Was it good? Okay. So that had stevia in it. To me, it's very sweet, and it's tasty. So stevia is a wonderful, wonderful solution if you have that sugar craving. Okay, go ahead. You're testing your pH. Okay. So that is kind of the summary of what we do with the core plan. The advanced plan, and this is really for diehards, and I'm going to go real briefly over this. But if you're sitting out there and you're like, okay, yes, I'm getting what she's saying, I want to lose weight, I want to get off a diagnosis, I want to prevent cancer, I'm motivated, then I really recommend that you look at, in the Green Book, there's something called the advanced plan, and I'll go through the rules of this. The advanced plan is the best way to burn fat, it's the best way to detoxify, it's the best way to reduce inflammation, and it's the best way and quickest way to balance your hormones. If you're going to lose weight, I want you to see that we are not going to play the calorie counting game anymore. That is not serving anybody. So if you want to lose weight, you get the book and you want to get on the advanced plan, please stop counting calories. Go to the next slide. You have to think, am I a fat burner or am I a sugar burner? Okay? Bottom line is when you eat sugar a lot, you are now getting all of your energy from sugar. The minute you take sugar out of your diet, where's your body going to get energy from? Fat. Now what we want if we want to lose weight, we want our body to burn energy from fat. So if you want to be a fat burner, if you want to burn fat in your sleep, if you want to rely on your fat for energy, you want to get rid of your fat, just cut the sugar out. And I recommend that you go on what we call the advanced plan. You do it all the way through. There are 3 rules to the advanced plan, and I guarantee that about 50% of you are going to look at this and go, holy crow, I am not going to do this. You're no sugar, you're no grains, and you're limited fruits. You can have berries and Granny Smith. So if you're one of those people that says, I don't want to do this, but I really, really, really want to lose weight, or I don't want to do this, but I really want to boost my immune system, or I'm really struggling with some kind of disease, I recommend you go on the advanced plan, even if it's for a month, because it resets your metabolism, it resets your inflammatory pieces of your body, it starts to stop feeding the cancer cells. This is one of the best plans that you can possibly do. When I first picked up this book a couple of years ago, I went on the advanced plan, and I literally stopped being hungry. I just wasn't hungry because you're no longer doing this up and down and all around. And I really dove into healthy fats like almonds and avocados and things like that. Keep going. Go ahead, one more. So with the advanced plan, you're going to, and this sounds crazy, but instead of having a Snickers bar, you're going to have a handful of raw nuts, which is why we have nuts back there for you guys. You're going to have raw nuts, or one of the best, especially almonds are some of the best that you can have. Okay. Let's talk about inflammation, because if you are one of these people that's on high blood pressure medication and on cholesterol, you got to realize that high blood pressure and cholesterol are an inflammatory problem, okay? And I have a great story about this. My husband, about 2 years ago, was diagnosed with high blood pressure, and I was humbled. I thought, what? We eat organic, we do all these things, you exercise all the time. I was actually kind of mad at him, like, how could you have high blood pressure? Like, our people don't have high blood pressure. And we went to the doctor, and the doctor said, okay, you got to take your blood pressure twice a day, you got to get on high blood pressure medication, and we need to check your cholesterol. And so we're in this medical system, and my brain is like, I don't want to be here. Like, how did we get here? And so he gets on the high blood pressure medicine, and guess what happens to him? He has no energy, he is achy all over, and he can't work out now. And this is a guy that was working out 4 or 5 times a week. So I kind of in my head think, okay, I'll play this game with you for a little bit. And then they say, well, your father had high blood pressure, so that's why you have high blood pressure. You're basically doomed because of your genes. So I was reading this book at the time, and I took the advanced plan to him, and I said, how about we get you off grains? Like, can you get off grains? He wasn't doing a lot of sugar. I mean, he's an ice cream lover at night. I said, let's get you off your grains. Let's take you off ice cream and alcohol, because alcohol turns to sugar in your body. So we got him off those 3 things. He was measuring twice a day his high blood pressure. He was miserable on the medication, and within 2 weeks, his blood pressure went down, and we got him off the medication. And to this day, he hasn't been back on. But it was such an interesting observation for me, because here in my own home, this is how it spins out of control. They then wanted to put him on high cholesterol medication, and it would have gone down that path. So if you're thinking that you want to get off that kind of medication, I really encourage you to look at, go ahead to the next one, that heart disease is now about inflammation. Okay, when you think of heart disease, I want you to think inflammation. So what causes your arteries to inflame? Sugar, damaged fats, toxins, and then we're going to talk real briefly about a hormone called leptin. Yeah?